Hello! This segment will be over audio conferencing, web conferencing, and lecture capture. The Learn Lab comes with high-quality equipment. There are 2 input drops in the room, and each input drop has 3 microphones inside. There are also 6 house speakers in the ceiling. The key to audio conferencing is the wall panel in the room. On the main menu, on the left-hand side, you can see buttons for video conferencing, audio conferencing, and web conferencing, which also includes a component of lecture capture. In this demonstration, we are going to select audio conferencing. When you use audio conferencing, you still need to dial 87 for long distance.
8, 7.
When you press the digits on the audio conference keypad, a dialog box will show up on the projector screen
8, 7.
displaying the numbers you are typing. And then you would dial your meeting 1 number or the number you want to call.
8, 6, 6. 3, 6, 6. 2, 8.
Sometimes the keypad is off sync, so if you dial a wrong number, you would just hit delete and it will go back 1. As you dial
6, 6.
the number that you're trying to dial and you press the wrong number, you can see what you have on the screen and it'll help you to delete and press the number that you mean to press.
9, 6.
Once you type in the phone number you want to call, you'll just press the call button.
Welcome to the Meeting 1 conferencing service. If you're the host, please enter star, your PIN, and the pound key. Otherwise, please wait for the host's arrival.
Because Meeting 1 is listening for touch tones, you'll need to press this button here to send the touch tones of your PIN.
Joining your conference room. You are the host. Access is immediate. For a menu of available prompts,
So now we can
press the
close
star key,
the touch tone
and the
keypad
pound key.
and close the audio conferencing. As people join the conference call, you will hear their voices come through the overhead speakers, and they will hear your voice come through the overhead mics. You do have options on the wall panel for audio conferencing. Some of the options that you have with the call is you can mute the mic, so that way the people on the phone cannot hear the conversation in the room. Simply press mute mic to turn it on and press it again to turn it off. You also can control the audio for the room. By pressing the audio controls button, you can turn the audio down or up depending on the levels that you're getting. After you set the audio the way you want it, press close. When you're finished with the phone call, all you need to do is press end call. Next, we're going to talk about how you can use the wall panel to control the equipment in this room to do web conferencing using tools such as Skype or Adobe Connect. Now, web conferencing is different than video conferencing. When we talk about video conferencing, we are referring to the ability to use the Polycom system in this room to connect to, say, Ferris State University Pharmacy building in Grand Rapids, which also has a Polycom system. But for this next part, we're just going to talk about web conferencing, which is using tools such as Skype to do a conference meeting. To web conference, you will want to use the PC in Learn Lab. If you're using Skype, you would go into the tools and the options to check the video settings. Notice that the screen on the video settings is blue. This means that the classroom PC does not realize there are video cameras attached. You will need to go to the control panel on the wall to inform the computer that there are video cameras attached. This process would work the same way if you were using Adobe Connect. In Adobe Connect, you would set the webcam to share the webcam, and I'm going to say allow. And if you notice, the screen is black because it's not finding a webcam. So we will go to the control panel on the wall to turn on the webcams in the room. One way to know if the webcams are turned on or off is that in their default setting, the camera side is facing backwards. So you see the glass side is facing the back of the room, while the back of the camera is facing the front of the room. That is a good indicator that the camera is turned off. So, to turn the web camera on in the classroom, you would go to the wall panel and select Web Conference and Capture. All you need to do is tell the computer what you want to share. So if you want the people on Skype or Adobe Connect to see the contents of the laptop, you would select Laptop. In this case, we want them to see the contents of the table camera or the rear camera. I'm going to select Rear Camera. Now I have a screen that gives me control over the camera. I can set the camera presets by zooming in the camera, tilting the camera, moving the camera to the left or to the right. Once I get the camera set the way I want it, I can actually save the setting as a number 1 through 4 or 1 through 6. If I want to get a pre-recorded setting, I would just select the camera setting 1 through 6 under the Recall Preset section. For this scenario, I don't need to change the camera. I'm just going to pick the rear camera and I'm going to select Close to go back to the main menu. So now when I go into Skype and I look at the webcam settings, you will see me on the video. If I want to change cameras from the wide view camera to the camera on Mediascape Table 1, I will go to Web Conference and select Table Camera and close the screen. So now you can see a new camera angle of me on Skype. So now with the new camera angle, you can see me in the upper right-hand corner of Adobe Connect while I watch the PowerPoint presentation that's on the main screen in Adobe Connect. So can you do lecture capture, you ask? Well, we have web cameras, we have mics, and we have the technology. So if I go into my Ferris Connect course and I select Tegrity, I can do a lecture capture in this room. When Tegrity comes up, all I have to do is click the blue Start a Recording button, and if the wall control panel has been selected for web conferencing and I select an input, then I can do lecture capture. So, as you can see, I have the PowerPoint up on the screen. I have a video camera in the room capturing my lecture and my PowerPoint. I have my mouse. I can wirelessly control through each slide on the presentation, all the while Tegrity is recording it. If you think you might be interested in using this room and are not comfortable with the web conferencing, audio conferencing, or lecture capture material, please feel free to call us at the Faculty Center for Teaching and Learning at 231-591-3826.